home of the Hornets. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Detroit Pistons. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. You look at Houston. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out Detroit, they believe they can be more competitive than they've shown. It's still very early in the season, so the optimism for a successful run is still there.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. They've got Wright. Jahlil Okafor is out there with Grant. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Hayes in at the 2 spot. And for Charlotte, we've got Hayward. Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Ball in at the 2-guard spot. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Now here's Hayes. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And the Hornets with possession here. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Well, it all starts with ball movement. When your percentage is that low, you know you're not moving it well enough. You're not getting your guys open shots.
And here's Hayes. Now the pass to Grant. Knocked loose. Stolen by Ball. Hayward on the wing. All sorts of time. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
Now, this is where Hayward just gets better and better, squaring up off the catch.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Hayes. Knocks it loose.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
That's the combination of skill and strength. Hayward draws contact. I mean, keeps his eyes on the rim and finishes the play.
And a move Hayward perfected last season, coming to a full stop in the lane and hitting that little short jumper.
Yeah, Greg. I mean, he'd stop and defenders would just keep going. Every player uses different tactics to create separation. For Hayward, that became his go-to move off the bounce.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Hayward.
There's been a lot of evolution to Hayward's game, I mean, during his career. I'm not sure too many people saw him becoming the terrific player he is today.
Grant outside. Inside. And stolen by Biyombo. And Hayward with a clear path to the hoop. And Hayward at the stuff.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
Pass to Plumlee. It's right on the wing. Rozier defending. Back to Plumlee to stop the run. The Hornets pull it in.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Rozier for 3. That shot no good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws here for the night. First one falls for him. Hayes hits them both. The Hornets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Deep 2 from Ball. That one wide left.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break?
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Rozier against Plumlee. Rebound, Detroit. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
They just had nothing going for them. They look very defeated out there.
Charlotte in the lead. Pass to Biyombo. Hayes with the steal. Right outside. Back to Plumlee. And stolen by Hayward. To the paint. Trying to find Washington. Gets it to him. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Right side, Ball. And stolen by Wright. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because that's you're still thinking you could be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
Now here's Wright. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Okafor kicks to Wright. The three-pointer no good. Hornets trail by 3. Hayward on the wing. Now Biyombo. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Rozier finds Biyombo. Charlotte needs to get a shot. And it's Ball penetrating. And again, unable to change momentum here. Pistons leading by 3. Inside, here's Grant. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
And the Hornets call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
So a moment now to see the story for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now, here's Washington. Covered by Okafor. Washington kicks to Hayward. Out to the wing. Here's Biyombo. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Down low. And it's Okafor. That time on the assist by Wright.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Hornets trail by 7. Ball feeling it out a bit. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. The Pistons have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. The shot's good from Hayes.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Rozier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Washington. Shoots. No good that time. And it's Detroit the other way.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Grant. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Okafor. Detroit with the ball. Right, the pass to Hayes. Kicks it to Grant. Back to Hayes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, easy call.
Pistons have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one at the line is good. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And so he hits both. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem, and those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible, and I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's Mikhailuk, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
Graham kicks to Monk. trying to get something going. And the rejection by Jackson. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Graham with the ball. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
That shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Hornets trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that one is good.
And some much-needed offense right there. He ends that fantastic run by Detroit.
The pass to Stewart. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Stewart. 9 feet out. Bridges with the board. Charlotte has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And it's Monk that time on the assist from Bridges. Monk's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hornets.
And one of the things that stands out when you see Bridges, that explosive leaping ability.
Well, yeah, he gets off the ground quickly and makes adjustments in mid-air. There's a smoothness to his athleticism. He's still putting it all together, but there's a lot to work with.
And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. And you look at Ball, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Killian Hayes. He's right there as well.
Playing unselfishly, and they're way ahead as far as processing the game and making decisions offensively. The past month bears that out.
And the first one drops. You know, Chris, every season we see teams in a given game or series. They just don't seem to have that same energy. What are some of the reasons teams fall flat?
Well, I think sometimes, you know, the stakes are a little bit higher in the playoffs. The other team is playing hard. Some teams have never gotten to that level before. Some teams, you know, let their guards down at times. You know, then you try to turn it on, but you're already on the ropes.
Now here's Graham. Defense right on him. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Bridges passes to Graham. Shoots over to Mboya. And it's Graham missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Now here's Hayes. Graham defending. Bridges with the steal. To the right side. Graham finds Bridges. The basket is good off the assist from Graham.
This is what we saw from Bridges in college, the live body, able to make contact and complete plays.
Hayes the pass to McKinley. The three. Hayes no good. Hornets trail by 9. Here's Graham. Picked his pocket. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's Hayes. Hits the front of the rim and out. Charlotte has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Monk, the pass to Bridges. The fader. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
We've seen Bridges put work into that shot, turning this mid-range attempt into a simple shot.
Now here's Hayes. 10 points for him. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And it's Martin penetrating. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Detroit leading by 7. To the paint. Graham against Jackson. And it's Doumbouya in the corner. Banked in off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Graham, the pass to Bridges. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Now, here's Monk, guarded closely. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. The Pistons shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. To the inside, here's Doumbouya. And he can't bank that one in. Hornets trail by 9. Bridges dishes to Graham. One second left. No good on the last second attempt there. And that does it for the first quarter. Pistons ahead. They're up by 9. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Here's Monk. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Detroit, they've got Doumbouya. Wayne Ellington is out there with Josh Jackson. And it's Stewart in at the center, locking down the middle. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the jam by Doumbouya.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Graham. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Blake Griffin had 2 more knee surgeries last season. Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said that the year before, they rode him like a cheap horse, in Casey's words, to make the playoffs. Griffin acknowledged his load may need managing down the road, saying, "I'm a believer in science. I'm going to listen to them and let them lead the way." Guys?
Smart perspective. David, thank you.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Now here's Graham. Monk, no one around him. They can't stop the run with that one.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting them.
It's stolen by Monk. To the wing right side. Graham gets a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Pistons leading by 16 inside. And the jam by Doumbouya.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
And the Hornets call time here. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Here's Ball. No points in the game yet for him. Hayward outside. 6 to shoot. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Grant gets a wide open look. His three-pointer's off the mark. Hornets trail by 18. And here is Rozier. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Hits the three-point bomb.
A guy who's really improved as a three-point shooter. That's taken Hayward's game to another level.
Now, Wright. Pass to Grant. Back to Wright. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at Charlotte, they were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance. And checking out Detroit, a few slots below them.
And you know, for the Hornets, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone, the players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
Now Grant, following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep.
Now that's how you lead your teammate into an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
Hornets trail by 17. Here's Ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hayward trying to get open. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Grant outside. He kicks to Ellington. Pass to Okafor. The Pistons working the ball around now. 9 feet out. Grant with the bucket, getting it done inside. Grant's got 6. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. Next step for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Over in the corner, Rozier buries the long-range jumper.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Wright with it. Grant at the elbow. The 11-footer. And the shot is long. Hornets trail by 14. You know, discussing Biyombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, is it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes? Only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Now, here's Rozier. Feeds it to Biyombo. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Oh, I like the floor awareness on display from Rozier. Awesome job finding the open teammate.
Now here's Wright. In the corner, it's Ellington. Drains the three-pointer. Ellington's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
And here is Ball. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Grant surveying the D. He dishes it to Okafor. Releases. Again, the Pistons good for two.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Hornets trail by 17. Outside, Ball. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now, right. Grant outside. Offensive rebound, Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
And so here's Charlotte following the bucket by the Pistons. Rozier for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his third assist on the night. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
And talk about playing small. Last year, Charlotte had Rozier and Devontae Graham on the floor together for much of the time. Both players right around 6'1", but you know what? They held their own.
And the Hornets making a change here. Bridges checks in. Detroit also making some changes. Stewart's checked in for Plumlee. Doumbouya comes in for Grant. And Josh Jackson subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Here's Hayward. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
And of course, Rozier played a fair amount of off guard before he came to Charlotte.
And Kevin, back in Boston, he learned how to move without the ball, where to spot up. And those may have been hard lessons early on, but the development paid off. Rozier's become a much more versatile talent.
Here's Hayward. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And when Hayward's hot, he rides the wave of momentum. Excellent at staying aggressive.
Right with it. Bridges covering. There's the pass to Okafor. Over Rozier. Not going to go that time. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Passes it to Washington. Deep two from Ball. Rebound Detroit. Stewart's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Sekou Doumbouya showing flashes of his potential.
He's a rangy, high-flying small forward. He's still figuring it out, but the physical tools are off the charts.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Graham. Six on the shot clock. Still a very tough night shooting for him. That makes him 1 for 8 now. And there's Jackson on the assist from Doumbouya. Doumbouya's got 3 assists in the game. Hornets trail by 18. Monk with the ball. Now Okafor defending. Monk with the ball. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Goes back up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Hornets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. That one is no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all.
Oh, wow.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Hornets, trailing by 19. Pass to Monk, fires the 3. Rebound, Detroit. Okafor's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They're still looking for his first points of the quarter. He's not doing anything to help them cut into the lead.
Out to the right wing. Pistons passing it around. Here's Jackson. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, he's like a surgeon down low operating in the paint. He is incredibly effective there.
And here are the Hornets now. 1:25 left here in the second. Bridges, no one around him. And the Hornets miss again. Pistons leading by 21. Right outside. Outside Jackson. Launches a 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end, and he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Pass to Monk. Back to Graham. Outside Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Hornets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Martin. For the Pistons, Mikhailuk is checked in, and Hayes subbed in for DeLon Wright. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
To the middle. Here's Stewart. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That shot misses. Now here's Graham. Doumbouya pulls it in. Here's Mikhailuk. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Charlotte Hornets. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Graham. For three, Hayward. It'll count. And so it's the Detroit Pistons holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. His first season in Detroit, Blake Griffin had the highest scoring average of his career, over 24 points a game. But these days, Shaq gets it done a little differently, doesn't he?
I never thought I'd say this, but he's not the dunker he once was. Saddens me. That's probably better for his body. Less wear and tear on his legs, but Danny Moskowitz dunked on his head.
Ooh, I don't know who that is.
Perkins.
It was one of those guys.
Man, it was awesome.
Danny Moskowitz.
Those days are gone.
His health has been a concern, Shaq, and that, you know, and Ernie, that's when that guy was healthy, he was one of the premier, if not the premier, power forward in the game. But he's got to make an adjustment to his game now. But it wasn't Danny either.
Danny Moskowitz. And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got ball. Hayward out there with Washington. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Rozier in at the point. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with. And here is Wright. To the paint. Here's Plumlee. No good off the back of the rim. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Here's Washington. Hayward trying to get open. And it's Washington missing.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Okafor, the pass to Plumlee. Right outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Stolen by Washington. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Getting out on the break. Terry's got a good nose for the basket. High IQ score.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. For the Pistons, rebuild has been a dirty word. With all their injuries last season, staying in the playoff picture was out of the cards. This summer, with their highest draft pick in a decade, the Motor City is hoping it will be back in the fast lane soon. Guys?
Building up that talent base, thank you, David. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Now, here's Biyombo. He's guarded by Plumlee. Clock at 6. For 3, Hayward. They get it again. Biyombo. That's good. Biyombo's got his third basket of the night right there.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
The pass to Plumlee. Kicks it to Hayes. Grant, right side, and stolen by Hayward. Passes to Rozier. And Grant sends it back.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
To end the drought, the Hornets pull it in.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's Hayward, and the layup is good. Hayward's got 16.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Grant.
I see him.
Back to Hayes. Tries from 16. Detroit, no good that time either.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
Here's Washington, and Grant sends it back. Pistons leading by 17. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Outside, Ball. Pass to Hayward. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Grant the pass to Plumlee. Shoots over Biyombo. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Detroit making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. Hornets trail by 19. Outside, Ball. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. Pistons leading by 17. Hayes the pass to Grant. Plumlee with it. Here's Okafor. He's covered by Washington. Okafor kicks to Ellington. Another 3 for Detroit.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now Ball. The pass to Biyombo. The dish now to Hayward. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Nice job by Hayward, attacking, drawing the contact, getting himself to the line.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. And he knocks down the first one. And the Pistons making a change here. Hayward hits them both. Ellington with it. 6 points for him. Passes it to MyLeague. Over Hayward. MyLeague can't get it to go. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Washington. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, this kind of hustle means a lot to Washington's teammates. It's why they enjoy playing with him.
Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
It stands only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte.
Well, for P.J. Washington, he's the rare first-round pick to come back for a second year of college at Kentucky, but I think he did him well.
Pistons leading by 15. Now here's Ellington. The Pistons working the ball around now. Pass to MyLeague. Shot clock at 5.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
And it's Rozier missing.
It's only a matter of time until his three-point shot comes back to him. I mean, he knocked down 2 threes before halftime. Nothing so far here in the second.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Pass to Washington. Down low. Here's Biombo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And thinking back, Biombo selected 7th overall because of the pre-draft measurements and workouts, which were unreal.
He has a 7'6" wingspan, flashed tremendous speed for his size, but he also has showed a mature, positive attitude. He can speak 5 languages. Scouts came away impressed with his total package.
That one is off. Jackson, he's checked in for Jahlil Okafor. And he sinks the second.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Over to the left wing. Here's Grant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Grant drops them both. Here's Graham. Now the pass to Monk for 3. Sinks the triple. Monk's got his second bucket of the night.
The Monk's being assertive off the catch. It's a challenge for the D to get up on him because he's so quick to rise and fire.
Now here's Ellington. Graham defending. Pass to Jackson. And here is Ellington. 6 points for him. 5 on the clock. Here's Grant. Misses the baby hook.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Bridges kicks to Graham. Pass to Monk. Jacks up a three. Here's Biyombo. And the dunk by Biyombo.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Jackson against Graham.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
It's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive. Can't get anything to fall, but it hasn't gotten.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Yes. Woo. Just no denying his athletic ability. Jackson, whenever he sees a chance to attack the rim and make a statement, he doesn't waste any time rising up.
Monk's shot's good.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Grant outside. Why don't we take this chance now to show you the most active wing defenders in the league? These are this season's steals leaders. At small forward, third is Miles Bridges.
I mean, if you're an opposing small forward, this could also be called a list of the league's most annoying players. I mean, they will be in your jersey all night when you're up against them.
Oh, yeah, these guys are stoppers. There is no assignment too tough for them.
First free throw is good. Doomboy is checked in for the Pistons. And Grant drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Hornets trail by 15. Graham dishes to Monk. Stolen. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Sunday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago. Then on Tuesday, they're taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And for their matchup with the Magic, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
The first one falls. Detroit making a switch here. Lights checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Now Graham. Pass to Monk. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Pistons. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the third game of this three-game road trip.
It's just been one of those nights for him. He got into the floor of the game and has not lost his touch.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Wright. He's around 6 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Graham with the ball. Doumbouya pulls it in. Right outside. On the wing, Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Bridges. 12th in steals, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. First one falls for him.
And they are excited about Jackson, a high motor guy with a ton of room to grow, and also displays terrific leadership on both ends.
Both shots good from the stripe. Now here's Graham. Here's Monk. Can they get it? Biombo, the pass to Monk. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Monk's got 7 now in this quarter.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here is Monk. 9 points in the game so far. The pass to Biombo. Dishes to Graham. Looking to get it going. Rebound by the Pistons. Wright's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Charlotte has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Biombo finds Graham. Floats one, and the layup is up and in.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
And making an immediate impact in this league, Graham was a tremendous find in the second round.
Yeah, the 34th pick in 2018. Some scouts felt he had a low ceiling, but someone who never loses confidence because he's had to prove himself at every level. That makes you battle tested, and it prepares you to affect winning.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Passes it to Monk. Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Graham. He kicks it to Monk. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. And it's Graham missing.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him. I mean, affecting the shot.
27 seconds left to play in the third. Jackson passes to Wright. Floats one up. That's Biombo with the rebound. Biombo's.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum. Everything looked good until the finish, and it all goes wrong.
Here's Jackson. Off target at the rim. And so it's Detroit in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth, we've got Plumlee. He's out there with Wright. Then there's Doumbouya, and it's Stewart in at the 4. Doumbouya dishes to Plumlee. It's tipped. And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. Rozier for 3. He can't hit that time. And Detroit the other way now. And Wright, here we go. And with the move league-wide for greater representation, some are calling for more diversity in front offices. Chris, some say progress isn't coming fast enough. What do you think?
I think progress hasn't happened fast enough either. Put me on that list. Let me sign that petition. Because even in the coaching ranks, fewer black head coaches this season. You know, teams need to hire the best candidate. No one's saying anything different than that. But the fact of the matter is, they're not interviewing some of the best candidates. That's all. Let some of the best candidates in the door, and they should be hired.
Free throw drops for Wright. Okafor is checked in for Detroit. Jeremy Grant comes in for Doumbouya. Second free throw, no good. The Hornets shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. And it's Graham missing. Detroit's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Ball's checked in for the Hornets. Now Rozier kicks the ball.
He's got ball. Screen coming. Screen.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pistons shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
One shot.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
Martin with it. Poked away. Here's Washington. A shot, no good. Excellent D there from Okafor. Right, the pass to Jackson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Charlotte has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Riller, covered by Okafor. Riller can't hit. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. The shot's good from Smith.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And so it's Charlotte with it. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Outside, Martin. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And he makes the first. And so Wright nails both of them. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside, Martin. Pass to Washington. And the Hornets miss again.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Right, left side. Clock is at 3. Here's Okafor. With the clock winding down and finished off by Okafor. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the pass to Martin. Now, here's Washington. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Right, left side. Here's Okafor, and then Okafor slams it in.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Passes to Washington. Here's McDaniels. That's tipped, and they're able to recover. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Wright. That free throw good from Washington.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
And here are the Pistons now. They're on a 14-3 run. Smith outside. On the wing, Jackson. No good with the triple. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his third foul of the game. Charlotte's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Pass to Washington. Oh, that's blocked. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Hornets with the rebound. It's Martin on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Here's Riller. Chris, today's coaches have a different way to get through to their players compared to some coaches of the past.
Well, yeah, I think, you know, this culture is different. Guys don't want to be yelled at when they're giving their all. They want to try to find a solution instead of getting emotional about it. So I think, yeah, the emotional aspect of some point has been alleviated. I think guys want to enjoy going to work every day and having a boss that they can discuss and figure it out with. I don't think the NBA is any different.
Here's Washington. Martin trying to free himself up.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Elbow. 2. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ellington. Ellington hits them both. Here's Riller. Chris, we know the business of basketball is red hot. Franchise values are skyrocketing. And not only that, Chris, the NBA is America's most popular sport among those 34 and younger.
Well, yeah, it was cool, Kevin. That bodes well for the future, right? It wouldn't surprise me in the next decade or so if the NBA became the premier sport league in the U.S.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Okafor. And it's off from three-point range. Biombo, he's checked in for Washington. Charlotte's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Martin against Jackson. Pass to Riller. From deep. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
And there's the pass to Martin. And here's Biombo, covered by Okafor. Biombo, the pass to Martin. No good there. And the Pistons now going the other way. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Bay. Misses in close. Poked loose. He kicks it to Ellington. The tray. Great D that time from Martin. Hornets shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Riller can't hit.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Well, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
Bay's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Passes it to Martin. Just you look at last year's all-defensive first-teamers, 4 out of 5 of those guys were 6'10" or taller. Clearly, size is an advantage.
Yeah, size or at least length. I mean, long arms, you know, with that comes block steals and deflections. You know, as long as you can move your feet, though, bigger is better.
6 on the shot clock. Smith with it. And it's Martin picking him up. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
The timing and anticipation from Smith, looking more committed on defense, an encouraging sign.
Here's Riller. To the inside, Biombo, and then Biombo with the dunk. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 15 rebounds.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Smith outside. Pass to Jackson. Now the feed to Okafor. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Riller. Outside Martin. Six to shoot. Here's McDaniels. Off target with his three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Okafor kicks to Ellington. Pistons passing it around. With the teardrop and the layup by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, oh, that's all about feel.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Jackson against Martin. Jackson dishes to Smith. And that one drops for him.
Getting more comfortable shooting from inside. Even though Smith Jr. is smaller, he knows how to score in the paint.
Here's Riller. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth. Outside Martin. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, your smartphone, or your computer.
Mm-hmm.
He misses the free throw. Stewart's checked in for the Pistons. And he's good on the second.
They'll take it even with the miss. Anything they can do to cut into the lead.
Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Detroit.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Jahlil Okafor.
Oh, he was a scary man at the defensive end with all those blocks. Even the shots he didn't get a hand on, he affected. He forced a lot of misses out there tonight.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
One shot.
That's good from Jackson. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Riller. Outside Martin. 6 on the shot clock. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
On the free throw, no good. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Ellington the pass to Jackson. Pass to Stewart. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. Biombo with the block. And he gets it back. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some. And what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open. But some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long, everyone.